Starting position. Sit on chair, stretch legs out. Movement 1.
Do you recognize that? Yep, it's exercise music. Music is one of the psychological triggers to make fitness a joyful habit. And today it's my joy to introduce you to one of our advisory experts, our fitness guru, Elena Popova Lamb. Now, she keeps me fit even when I travel for months at a time with no gym and no equipment. I'm Adriane Berger, host of the Ageless Traveler, here to make lifelong travel easy for you. Now, if you abandon your exercise routine when you travel, we've got the solutions for you. Sit back and relax. All the resources we discuss are on our show notes at agelesstraveler.com podcast page. And while you're on the site, click the free gifts button and join our Facebook salon to receive exclusive fun goodies and submit questions to our guests and advisors. And now, let's say hello to Elena.
Thank you, Adriane, for having me. You're one of my most dedicated students, and I'm proud to be on your show.
Well, it's very easy to be consistent with you, and consistency is the name of the game when it comes to fitness. Now, of course, you're a traveler, and in fact, we are doing this days before I wanted to because you are going to be traveling starting very soon. Where are you going next?
Yes, so it happens that this time my husband and I will explore some of Eastern Europe. There is a new destination that slowly become in vogue, which is Romania.
Yes.
And my husband is a fan of the Count Dracula story, wants to see the castle. And I really am drawn to Carpathian Mountains, partly because I am myself from Eastern Europe, from that part of the world originally.
Yes. Well, I'll tell you, we are planning a trip through the Carpathians. That's going to be a walking trip. And when we speak to our wellness guru, Risa Olinsky, she is the one who's going to be putting that together. So this is what it means to be an ageless traveler, because we're all out there all the time for you. The geroscientists I hang out with tell me that walking is the number one activity for longevity. That's why I want you to know about a nonprofit organization, Free Walkers. Walk with a friendly, dynamic group of all ages in person in New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, or virtually from anywhere worldwide. Join us in the spring in Maryland for a 2-day, 12-mile-a-day friendship walk. And if you need heartfelt motivation to walk, get a copy of Risa Olinsky's book. She's on our advisory board. It's called Why Walk? And speak with her for half an hour in person, complimentary too for our salon members. Find all the information at agelesstraveler.com at products and services. And now back to Elena. Let's talk about what you do when you are on these trips to keep yourself fit so that when you come back home, you're as good as you were before, maybe even better. What are some of your techniques?
Yes, I am very much aware that as much of pleasure and new experiences that travel can bring you, it also can bring some tiredness, some stiffness in your muscles, some stress. And so I believe that it is important to allow your body to move in such way that is positive and beneficial for you. And it's not just walking around the streets of magnificent towns or hiking in magnificent locations. It is also coming back to your room in the hotel and giving yourself benefit of, let's say, stretch or some light exercising. And that's what I do mostly. I exercise even in the sitting in the chair of the airport sometimes.
And in fact, we have for everybody, all of our Facebook group members, we have one of the wonderful airport, no weights, no problems, don't need a yoga mat, don't need a treadmill, how to exercise while you are on vacation or traveling. And I do it. I was away for almost 3 months, and I took Elena with me on my video, and I did all this. And you can too. But let's do something right now. Why wait till we're traveling? And before we get into a little de-stress exercise, I want to take another pause just for a moment. After all, this is only our second podcast. And I do want everyone to know exactly what the Ageless Traveler is all about. Don't you guys go anywhere. I want to tell you a little bit about the purpose and the origin of the Ageless Traveler. It's a spin-off of my award-winning podcast, Generation Bold, the fountain of truth about aging. My listeners are people who, like you and myself, are at a point in our lives when we want new excitement, new ways to give back to the world, whether we're working or we're retired. I've marshaled the best resources and people to help us do both. Ageless Traveler is not just a podcast or a blog or a Facebook salon. We're a movement for lasting relationship, ways to contribute throughout our lives, and preparedness for the fabulous decades ahead together through world travel. We can make a lasting impact as a community of active travelers and have the time of our lives. People visit Ageless Traveler for many reasons. Join our Facebook salon, get new travel buddies, find out the safest and the best way to travel, get discounts, and read more about the salon by clicking the free gifts button on the website menu. And become one of our Ageless ambassadors so you know exactly how you can contribute and how it contributes back to you. Never stop traveling. And now back to Elena. You talked about stress. Give us just a minute of an exercise we could just sit back in our chair and do right now to de-stress ourselves on the plane or even in our own office.
My pleasure. So let's do this very easy. Imagine yourself that you're sitting in the chair at the airplane or at the airport, and you're just waiting. What you can do is sit back, lower your shoulders down, close your eyes. Relax your entire body. Take a deep breath in and just watch the air coming in. And then as you exhale, watch the air coming out. You can place your hands onto your chest or onto your belly. And take another breath and say to yourself, now I am breathing in. Now I am breathing out. And as you do so, keep relaxing your shoulders, relax your neck, relax back of your head. Take tip of your tongue behind your front teeth onto that small palate behind your teeth and relax your facial muscles. Now you're ready for a little stretch for your neck. Take your right ear to your right shoulder, stretch through the left side of your neck. Draw your left shoulder away from your ear. And then next inhalation comes, you lift up your head, level your chin, and slowly and gently draw your left ear to your left shoulder. Pause here for a moment. Feel that stretch. Nice and relaxed way to be. And then next inhale, level your chin, take your head back up, and now draw your chin down to your chest, all the way down to your chest. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. And now start drawing half moon circles from the right shoulder to the left. As you inhale, take your chin to the right, pause there. Exhale your chin down to your chest. And then inhale it up to the left shoulder. Do a couple of those. And once you're done, level your chin, roll your shoulders up and down, open your eyes, take a deep breath, and now you're ready to go.
That is so great. You know, I was doing this, and I'm wearing these great big 1970 earphones. That's because that's when I was on the air, so I liked them. So if you heard anything creaking, it was either my neck or the earphone. I know our producers could say, why do you move? Don't move. Because I do this with Elena. So you should know that I really put a lot of stock in how effective she can be. It's changed my whole shape. I'm resculpted, plus much more relaxed. No joke. This is really true. And if you heard her voice, that is the voice in my head when I exercise. And I really don't have to force myself. It's been marvelous. So I do want to thank you for being part of our advisory board. I want to thank you for all you're going to be doing for the Ageless Travelers. We're going to be seeing you over and over again and have a terrific, terrific time.
And I thank you for having me, Adriane.
And now that you're fit as a fiddle, I want to give you some news about our National Parks Department because you're probably ready to go hiking. So don't you go anywhere. News you can use. Do you love national parks as I do? Well, if you're 62 years or older, you can buy a $20 yearly pass or an $80 lifetime pass online. The pass covers entrance and standard amenity, day uses, recreation fees for pass holders, and their companions to more than 2,000 recreation sites managed not just by the National Park Service, but by Fish and Wildlife Service, Bureau of Land Management, Bureau of Reclamation, Forest Service, and the Army Corps of Engineers. At per vehicle areas, this one pass covers all passengers in a non-commercial vehicle. And where per person fees are charged, the pass covers up to 3 adult companions. Now, this is a bargain, and you'll find out all about it in our show notes and exactly where to go online to get your pass. Sadly, we've come to the end of the show. Thank you for listening. And don't forget to go to the show notes on agelesstraveler.com for the resources we mentioned on our show and click the free gift button to join our Facebook salon. You'll meet new travel buddies, receive the goodies that will make lifelong travel easy, and be able to ask questions of our experts and our guests. Now, salon members can ask questions of Elena and anyone else that we bring to you on the air. If wellness is important to you, you're going to love our next episode with the certified wellness coach, author of Why Walk. She turned me from a cardiac cripple to walking up to 50 miles in one day. You heard that right. This is Adriane Bird for the Ageless Traveler, here to make sure you never stop traveling.